Week 17, Dialectic Level. As we study the mainstreams of the Reformation, make sure your children know about some of the smaller groups that emerged in the same time period. Martin Luther and John Calvin refused to support the Anabaptists, but they're with us to this day. There are still plenty of Mennonite and Amish believers in the United States, among others. The central Anabaptist doctrines included baptism of adult believers only and communion only for baptized adults, plus a separation from the world, its wars, and politics. This is another week where it's useful to relate the dates of the Reformers and King Henry VIII to other events in the time frame. Let's compare the major events in the lives of 5 contemporaries: Michelangelo, Erasmus, Thomas More, Henry VIII, and Martin Luther. They were born a few years apart over a 20-year span in this order: Erasmus, 1469 or thereabouts; Michelangelo, 1475; Thomas More, 1478; Luther, 1483; Henry, 1491. They left their marks on history in the same time frame. Michelangelo carved his David in 1504. Henry VIII took the throne in 1509. Michelangelo finished the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in 1512. Sir Thomas More wrote Utopia in 1515. Students in the government elective will be reading that this week. Erasmus published his first Greek New Testament in 1516. Luther nailed his 95 Theses to the door of the Castle Church in 1517 and stood before the Diet of Worms in 1521. That's the same year that Cortez conquered the Aztecs. In 1521, Pope Leo X bestowed the title Defender of the Faith to Henry VIII for his defense of the 7 sacraments, which he wrote with the help of Sir Thomas More. In 1533, Henry secretly married his second wife, and England broke with the Roman Catholic Church. In 1534, Sir Thomas More was executed for refusing to take an oath supporting Henry's new marriage. Michelangelo finished his Last Judgment on the walls of the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican in 1541. Help your child understand how the memory of the Wars of the Roses made England sympathetic to Henry's desperate desire to have a son take his place on the throne. Edward VI succeeded him at the age of 9 and died of tuberculosis 7 years later. Edward named his Protestant cousin, Lady Jane Grey, as heir to the throne instead of his Catholic half-sister Mary, but England refused to support Lady Jane's claim because of their fear of another civil war. King Henry VIII's will clearly spelled out the proper order of succession to the throne, so they chose Bloody Mary over a Protestant queen.